Thank you for stopping by to listen to my dad, Larry Witcher, otherwise known as the Professor of Useless Knowledge. I hope you enjoy it.
Okay, let's get the Professor of Useless Knowledge in here. Let's get Larry Witcher on here. And Larry had somebody call in this morning and say, it's fall when the fair comes to town.
That is true.
That happened for years and years and years here, and it may still be true in a lot of other towns. But hey, good morning to you, Larry.
Good morning, and it ain't true here no more.
No, they come in the spring now.
Yeah. But I noticed though that you have felt relief now.
Why is that?
Because you got your hay up.
I got my hay up, and yeah, I feel like a new man.
Yeah, well,
I spent over like a cloud over my head.
Do you know what relief really is, Julio?
What is it?
When you're going down the highway and you hear a siren behind you, you automatically look at your speedometer. You're speeding.
Yeah.
And it goes around you.
Yeah.
That is relief. Now, we have a man here in this county that experienced a good feeling of relief a long time ago.
What was that?
Well, we're going up to between Georgia, and we're going to talk about Bobby Bird.
Bobby Bird.
Bobby Bird is the closest thing you can get to a World War II soldier without actually being there.
Okay.
See, Bobby was drafted back in World War II. And he got through of all this stuff that you're supposed to do when you're drafted. And he goes to the pickup place where they're going to pick you up in the bus and take you off, send you off to World War II.
Yeah.
At the courthouse in Monroe. They board the bus, Julio.
Yeah.
They're sitting in the bus, all of them ready to go, or at least they got to go.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, the man stand up and said, "We don't need y'all no more. The war's over. Get off the bus."
What about that?
Now, that is as close as you're going to get. So Bobby experienced what real, true relief was. So our hats go off this morning to Bobby Bird, who was
Bobby
a draftee in World War II, but did not have to serve.
Salute. We salute him,
yeah. So our hats go off to old Bobby.
Yeah, you know what? I bet there's a lot of stories, a lot of good stories that come out of all of that.
It is, and we'll tell every one of them if y'all will let me know what they are. You're talking about things happening 240 years ago. Daddy looked over at his wife, who had just given birth to John Chapman, and she said, 240 years ago, our little son, who's our second child behind his sister Elizabeth, is going to be mentioned on MOQ radio in Monroe, Boston.
Yeah.
John Chapman.
How many years ago, Larry?
240 years ago.
240 years ago.
Yeah, and you mentioned him this morning, Mr. John Chapman.
Yeah.
Known as Johnny Appleseed.
Johnny Appleseed. Now we know. Okay.
Well, I was going to tell you.
Okay.
But
well, I didn't. Yeah, you know what? And I probably read the story of Johnny Appleseed. I'm sure some mamas told me about it in a book or something. But I just remember he was traveled across the country planting apple seeds.
Well, he didn't go all that far.
How far did he go?
He got Pennsylvania, Ohio, Indiana, and Illinois, and West Virginia.
Okay.
He went around. He was a nurseryman.
Yeah.
Kind of like you are.
Yeah.
Who was a nurse and stuff. He was a nurseman.
Yeah.
Also, he's an American legend, just like you are.
Yeah.
Y'all got a lot in common.
How about that?
Except that he was a missionary also.
Okay.
And I didn't know that. The church, Swedenborg Jennings.
Yeah.
I don't know what kind of church that is, but he was a missionary.
Okay.
There.
See, it's people like Johnny Appleseed. I think that people in this country and our kids that are coming up and our grandkids that are coming up, I think they need to hear more stories about people like Johnny Appleseed.
Well, they taught it to us in school.
Yeah.
But I don't think they're even teaching that now.
That's what I'm saying. They need, those kind of things have lasting value, those kind of stories.
Well, it does, and you can tell how lasting it is because 240 years later, you and I are talking about it.
Okay, then. Thank you, Mr. Know-It-All.
Well, I'll see y'all tomorrow, and hats go off today to Bobby Bird.
Okay. All right, Larry, thank you. Hey, have a good weekend.
I sure will. See y'all come Monday.
Okay. Yes, sir. See you then.